Hello and welcome. Today I will show you the most useful website for Kusama projects and the tips how to quickly find the information you need when researching projects, and also how to fix some issues with your Polkadot.js wallet. Thank you for subscribing. The first website is Parachains.info. When you click on auctions and then on the total amount of DOT collected by the particular project, you will see a useful info about the current estimated reward per 1 DOT, then vesting schedule of token rewards from the crowd loan, and also the overall token distribution with the percentage allocation. This estimated rewards per 1 DOT is adjusted in real time based on the current total DOT in the crowd loan. Another great feature here, which I use very often when doing research, is the amount of grants from Web3 Foundation which the project has received. So on the homepage, simply scroll down and click Web3 Foundation grants to sort the projects by the amount of grants. Naturally, a high amount of grants can be a sign of quality project with a good dev team and with a potential for future growth. You can see that Astar and Unique Network has received by far the most grants. Another excellent thing on this website are investors. Up here, click on Investors tab and you can look up individual investment crypto funds and the projects that they have invested in. I've got around 9 crypto funds which I try to follow, and when one of these big funds is involved in the project which I'm researching at the moment, again it can be a sign the project might be a decent one. The investment funds which I mostly follow are Polychain Capital, Fenbushi, Alameda Research, Pantera Capital, Naturally Coinbase Ventures and Binance Labs, Hashki Group, AU21 Capital and also OKEx Block Dream Ventures. However, I mostly look for these funds when researching new crypto startups outside of Kusama ecosystem, because in case of Kusama projects, the substantial involvement of these crypto funds is rather a downside due to the fact that they usually own a great portion of the tokens. Also, if I find that some of the project, like Moonbeam here for example, is backed by several of these big crypto funds, I take it as a good sign from a long-term potential view and from the technology perspective, as I believe none of these crypto funds would have invested the capital into any dodgy project. On the other side, too many big institutional investors is a double-edged sword, as we can be sure many of these funds will dump their bags very soon after listing, flooding the market with too many tokens. And lastly, if you want to know exactly which crypto funds and how many of them have invested in any particular parachain project, simply search the project and you can see it right here. Similar website covering all Kusama projects is Dotmarketcap.com. Here you can view either all blockchains or only tradable projects. You can filter by Kusama parachains only. That way for each project you will see the current price of the token, market cap, link to the socials, and also the tags of the project, which I find very helpful. So in case of Kilt, we can see the use case and value proposition is identity. For Karura, these are DeFi and DEX. Kinsagi is a bridge to Bitcoin blockchain, and Shiden is a smart contract platform with Ethereum virtual machine and WebAssembly smart contracts. And if you desire more information, click on the project and you will see token allocation, the current circulation supply from the total supply, basic project introduction, and up here you can also learn in which wallets you can store the native token of the project. Now shortly also about Subvis.io. Subvis provides handy information about ongoing parachain auctions. Here you can switch between Polkadot and Kusama networks. So here you can see the total DOT contributed in that particular crowd loan, the number of contributions, and Subvis also allows you to view all contribution transactions in the crowd loan of any project. Let's say I want to check the latest or the highest DOT contribution in Manta's crowd loan. So I click view and I will get to see the contribution address, the amount of DOT, and when this contribution transaction was confirmed. Now Polkadot.js wallet. 2 things about the wallet. I know some of you were surprised during the payment process on Tokensoft platform that there was no Polkadot address starting with number 1. There were only addresses starting with 5. An address starting with number 5 is the substrate address. The way Polkadot.js wallet works is once you install the wallet, you create an account within the wallet, and this account creates an address on all other blockchains and networks. I have several accounts in my Polkadot.js wallet, so I hold my DOT on Polkadot address, which starts with number 1, and this address is generated by the account which I named Kusama Turbo. This is my trial account which I use for YouTube videos. Now during those tokens of sales, there were actually no addresses starting with number 1 to select from for the payment. there are only addresses starting with number 5, and this is a substrate address. So I also need to know what is the substrate address from this .sama turbo account, and then I can select the right one for the payment. Naturally, during those tokens of sales, you eventually pay with your Polkadot address, as this is where you hold your DOT, but for whatever reason, Tokensoft initially allows us to select only from substrate addresses starting with number 5. So to view the addresses of your account also on other blockchains and networks, click the gear icon and then click on whatever address format you have here, likely either Kusama or Polkadot, and then you will see the drop-down menu and you will be able to display addresses formats for all other networks. Now surely it also happened to you that you could not connect your JS wallet to the website. Maybe you could see something like this: install Polkadot.js wallet to continue. Most of you know that, but for those who don't, always check whether the access of your wallet to the website is allowed. You can do so by clicking on Manage Website Access, and then you will see the list of the websites to which you have enabled the access of your wallet and for which the access is denied. Naturally, if the access is denied, your wallet won't connect to the website. I have noticed that sometimes, even though I have manually allowed the access of the wallet to the website, when I visit the website next time, the access is denied again, so I need to allow it manually each time. Now Polkadot.js portal, just very quick tips also here. Lately I've been experiencing very slow loading of this portal and sometimes it just didn't load at all. Luckily, boys from our Telegram group advised me to switch the node from Parity to OnFinality or to Geometry Labs, which usually fixes the issue. And not only Polkadot network, but also Kusama and some other layer 1 parachains have several nodes, so when experiencing problems with loading, just switch to a different node and it should help. Also, if you are like me and always wonder if the project which does not win an auction in the current batch returns DOTs and KSM to contributors, or if the project keeps them for the second batch, there is an easy way how to find out. Up here click Network, then Parachains, then Crowdloan, and here is the list of all ongoing Crowdloan campaigns. In this ending column, each project has indicated for how many more days or weeks the Crowdloan will be open. So you can see that Clubber Finance Crowdloan will be open for 11 more days. The same for Manta Network and for all other projects except for Darwinia. So all other projects apart from Darwinia will return all DOT and will open their Crowdloan again from zero in the second batch of DOT auctions if they don't win an auction in the first batch. Darwinia will keep all collected DOT and will bid with them also in the second batch of auctions. And you certainly know that you can check your total DOT or KSM contributions to the project by clicking on My Contributions. And lastly, Polkadot.subscan.io. It is a great website for viewing the transactions on your addresses and easiest way how to find out whether the transaction has been already confirmed on the blockchain. I also like using the charts from Polkadot and Kusama network. So when you go to Tools and then to Charts, you can view, for example, daily active account and newly created accounts. If both increases, it can be an indicator of growing adoption of Polkadot network, but it can also be a sign of transferring DOT to exchanges to sell them, so it is always necessary to interpret the data correctly. And I also like taking a look at daily unbonding schedule of DOT, which indicates how many DOT will be unbonded on a specific day or within the time period you specify here. Again, if many million of DOT is scheduled to be unbonded on a particular day, it can mean they will be either contributed to Crowdloans or also the majority of these DOTs could be transferred to exchanges and sold, which can cause a sudden dump of the price as it happened with DOT in the middle of November. So that's all. I'm hoping you found at least some information from this video useful. Thank you very much for watching and bye bye.